Hi, I'm Mike Farrelly from Farrelly Photos, major sponsor of the Auckland Rugby League Women and Leagues competition.
It's advert. Yeah, it's quite cool actually. Oh, really? Did he play with Zane? Nah, it's been like that for years. Good old 15 minutes build up.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Troy Hardy with the Auckland Rugby League, and today we've got a special treat for you. Not only did we back up from yesterday with a Fox game, but today we have a Women in League, and this is the Premiership round double header down here at Jack Colvin Park. Te Aratu Roosters are hosting the main game, where Ponsonby Ponies will be coming across town to play them a wee bit later on this afternoon. However, the curtain raiser match, we have Manurewa Marlins up against the Point Chevalier Pirates, and if you're in the area, please, you got to come down, catch some of this action. It's absolutely going to be stellar. There's probably the best part of maybe 20 Kiwi ferns on show down here throughout the afternoon, and the club rooms will be open. There's coffee, get yourself a hot pie, all that sort of good stuff, as you can watch some of the local action here in Auckland. Don't forget, all of the action that we do record live through our CTAS live stream partners are all put up on the ARL TV channel, and you can see those bonus replays. All that catalogue is available, and it's free to view. So without any further ado, we'll get ready for today's first game. As I said, it is Point Chevalier Pirates up against Manurewa Marlins, kicking off very, very soon. And what we're going to do now is we're going to throw out to the park, and you can see some of the ladies here starting to warm up for the first game today.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into Jack Colvin Park for today's doubleheader in the Farrelly Photos women's competitions. First up, we have Manurewa taking on Point Chevalier before the feature game of the day, which will be the home side, the Te Aratu Roosters, taking on the Ponsonby Ponies. I'm Corey Rosser. I'll be joined in commentary on and off today by Mary Pussy from the Auckland Rugby League. And we may bring Troy Hardy in for a word or two as well. Lovely day here at Jack Colvin Park. When we arrived this morning, the ice was spread right across the field, but that has defrosted nicely now, and all set for a good day of footy. Hardly any breeze around, and the sun is well and truly out. We'll talk through the teams soon. There won't be a team list graphic, but we'll talk through some of the features of those teams. But first of all, we'll start with just rounding up some of the results. If you haven't been paying attention to the last week or so of the Farrelly Photos Women's Premiership and Championship competitions. Last week, Richmond got up over the Te Aratu Roosters. That was 12-10. Real thriller there. The game ran a little late, and was certainly sitting around waiting for that result to come through. A great win for Richmond. Win by default for Manurewa. Unfortunately, Ponsonby choosing to default due to a tragedy within the team. So Ponsonby sat out last week in a win by default to Manurewa, which ensures they remain undefeated. And in other results down in the championship competition, Howick got up over the Maris Saints. Taniwharo big winners over Tuako. and the Otara Scorpions scraped past the Manukau Magpies. So if we look at the standings now in that competition, and it is a little uneven because Richmond played on Friday night and had a victory there. So, but what we can tell you is the Manurewa Marlins are on top. That's on 16 competition points, 8 wins, sorry, followed by Point Chevalier, Ponsonby, Richmond, Te Aratu and Pakuranga. So this clash here, really, if Point Chevalier are a chance at stealing that minor premiership, this is a key one for them to win today. Ponsonby as well later on, obviously looking to keep track with those top 2 teams. And for Te Aratu, a chance to jump into the competition top 4, remembering that Richmond have now gone to 9 competition points. In the second tier, it's the Waikato-based side, Taniwharo, who are a perfect 8 from 8, followed by Howick and Manurewa, who joined the competition late. Had a first-up loss to Taniwharo, but I think have gone undefeated since, and they take on Taniwharo today. That should be a really good clash. Manukau are sitting on 8 competition points, and then it's Glenora, Marist, Otara and Tuakau. So that is how things look, and we're going to talk you through the team list. Now there won't be a graphic just due to the team list arriving a little bit late, but Point Chevalier, who are brought to you by Shotgun Rehab, and Rewa brought to you by After Dark Entertainment. This both teams really loaded with representative talent, and including a few Auckland Vulcans players in this Point Chevalier team. Shannon Muru, who had her breakout really as part of the Auckland Vulcans before going on to make the Kiwi Ferns squad. She's spent a bit of time overseas playing rugby sevens, and is a real threat in attack, so watch for her impact, particularly in broken play situations. But there's rep stars everywhere. Shante Poko is the halfback, arguably the best kicking game in the country in terms of playmakers, so watch for that as well. If her team is struggling, she is able to get them out of some situations with that long kicking game. We saw her star in the NRLW for the Vodafone Warriors a couple of years ago, and she was just about the best half in that competition as well. Lily Mau, captain of the Auckland Vulcans last time they ran out. She is joined by Alice Vailea in the propping rotation, and there's stars everywhere here. Neta Nuasala as well. And locking the scrum will be Hilda Peters. She'll wear the number 14 jersey. Madison Bartlett will wear the 18, but I'm told playing the halves. And for Manurewa, again, rep stars everywhere. Amber Carney will wear the number 1 jersey. Watch as well for the likes of Crystal Stowers. Of course, another one that's come through the Auckland system. And of course, many people will have seen her quite inspirational journey of dealing with rheumatoid arthritis earlier in the year, which we covered as well. So watch for Crystal Stowers in the 13 jersey, as well as the likes of Toru Arakua. So not too far from kickoff here now. You can see on screen there Rusty Matua pacing up and down the sideline. He'll take charge of the Cook Island team at the Rugby League World Cup. Vastly experienced women's coach. He's handled the New Zealand Māori team over the last few years as well. Got this team running hot right now, and sitting comfortably at the top of the premiership ladder. So not long till kick-off now. We'll keep the images on screen there, and be back in commentary in a few minutes' time.
Talking. Hello, can you hear me? I'm talking into it now, right? Ready, stand by. Hello, are you ready? Can you hear me? Hello?
Okay, that's low level.
What about now? Any better?
Hang on.
Can you hear me now? Testing 1 2
Yeah.
1 2. Okay, all good. I can't hear you talking back though. What about now?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, well, I've got no noise from you. Is the red one should be up further or not? I can't hear you talking back. Should the red one be up further or not?
The one that's mentioned written ground is better.
Well, it's just about peaking now, mate. There's nowhere else to go.
Yeah, working after I redone the phone for a half of phone's playing up.
Okay, but you can hear me when I talk to you through this, correct?
You sound like it normally does, so
Is that any better? I can't hear anything from you, mate, but I'll talk into it unless you keep listening.
yeah.
Okay, so we're all good? Okay, we've done a bit of a pre-spiel. You got a mic? Okay. So because here's the action replay. Oh, you can do it? Okay. Mic for the action replay. Mic for the action. Do you need me to tell him now? You gotta check this. Over here. Okay. You might keep them. You don't have to. Welcome everybody.
Welcome to a lovely day of Women's Rugby League, sponsored by Family Photo.
Hey,
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, live from Jack Colvin Park. Kickoff just minutes away now. You can see the two teams making their way out onto the field. Manurewa there in the huddle with Coach Rusty Matua addressing them. Looks like the captains making their way out for the pre-match toss as well to determine who goes which way. Corey Rossa joined in commentary today by Mary Pussy from the Auckland Rugby League, and we may hear from Troy Hardy on and off throughout as well. And a crammed commentary box down here at Jack Colvin Park with the chief here as well, Greg Whaipu. So Point Chev now making their way out. Looks like Neta Nuasala is going to assume the captaincy today. Neta Nuasala having a great game, of course, vastly experienced Kiwi international and at NRLW level as well. And it looks like Point Chev have won that, and looks like they're going to stay as they are. There you go, a bit of free music for you as some of the locals drive past and behind us. All right, Mary, as we look ahead to this clash here, I know you know a lot about some of these players, so maybe just highlight a player from each side to watch out for and tell us a little bit about them.
For Manurewa Marlins, Wahine, I would watch out for Toru Harakoa. She's had a great season, breaking the middle defence line. It's very hard to tackle. For Point Chev, I would watch out for Lavinia Tauhalaliku. I believe she scored in every single game this season.
Yeah, of course, a graduate of the Auckland's Vulcans system as well, and then made her Kiwi Ferns debut. So there you have it. It's going to be Point Chev kicking off. And Manurewa running it back to the clubhouse end here at Jack Colvin Park. Mentioned it in the build-up, a beautiful day for footy. And if you are tuning in and you're in the area, get down here. The clubhouse is open. And a nice little crowd building here as well. Always a great atmosphere here at Jack Colvin Park over in the Dennis Williams terraces. So first place, second, Point Chev, probably needing a win in order to have any chance of claiming the minor premiership as the ball bounces down and Manurewa get us started. Alex Leal-Pepe with the first carry. Another of the Auckland Vulcans connection in this squad. So Stowers jumps into dummy half and clears the ruck. Apologies if there's a mis-ID on a couple of players. The team list we've got appears to be a little different to what's taken the field. As Manurewa now work their way down the short side. And they're taken down about 28 out from the line. They clear the ruck and head back infield, and they will get to their kick. And an early tester on here at the back. It's been allowed to bounce. That touched a Point Chev hand from what I could tell, so this should be 6 again. Cunny, the dummy half, heads back towards the posts and puts a little goose step on and then is taken down about 9 short. Murray Field clearing the ruck, goes to Stowers. Stowers with the change of direction. Murray Field burrowing from dummy half. She's pulled down just short. Neta Nuasala involved in the tackle. Messi play the ball. Crabbing across field and Poko makes the tackle with help from Olia Fraser. And crashing over, we've got our first try. It's Pahukani. In fact, it's Mackenzie Wiki, I think. Apologies again, the jersey numbers appear to have been changed around a little bit there. But it's, I think, Mackenzie Wiki that's crashed over for the try. So Manurewa open the scoring with 2 minutes gone. See here on the Farrelly Photos instant replay. Just found that gap between 2 Point Chevalier defenders and the leg drive to take her over the line. So a solid start there from Manurewa, who have been untouchable all year so far. Great start there, no doubt pleasing Coach Rusty Matua. It looks like Kitty Matua is going to attempt the conversion.
Go to 3, Grant. On the strike back to you. Yeah, no, it's okay. It was a button away. Here we go.
So Matua steps in, flags go up, and it is the Manurewa Marlins, brought to you by After Dark Entertainment, who lead 6-0 over the Shotgun Rehab Point Chevalier Pirates. 3 gone here at Jack Colvin Park.
So they've lined their forwards back up to the other side now. So when she strikes the ball, it's going to go to 3.
So back into it we go, off the boot of Poko. Matua fielding the football. Totari, the dummy half. Stowers back in behind the ruck. Whistled to ground by Mau. Maipi. Rewa now shift down this left-hand side. Little half break on here. Weber had got free of her initial tackler. Last coming up now. High one out towards the wing. Claimed well though, and brought down by Uisi. Tupaia now jumping out of dummy half. Looks like there might have been a change of jersey numbers there as well. Stoppage and play. So Muru becomes the makeshift rake for that play. Here's Madison Bartlett, Kiwi Fern and Warriors star over the past few years, Alice Vailea. Poko will kick. Finds grass between wing and fullback. It's sitting up for the time being. It won't require action from Manurewa, so that will drift out over the sideline. I want to give a big shout out to Mike Farrelly from Farrelly Photos, who has bought us this competition for the last couple of years through his generous support, and I believe Mike will be making his way down here at some point, so we'll get a chat in there. But Troy will come to you for a minute there. Fantastic support from Mike Farrelly, and of course the go-to man for all your club photos.
Absolutely, and absolutely. That one's on? Okay. We've got five different microphones going here. Yeah, no, Mike Farrelly's been involved with the Auckland Rugby League for a number of years, but look, to be fair, he's second generation in regards to taking team photos. You know, he's rugby league hard. He took over the business from his dad. You know, and they've got photos that go back decades. So if you're ever after a team photo, club photo, get hold of Mike Farrelly Photos, farrellyphotos.co.nz, and see what the services are that he provides. And speaking of the man, has he just crept in behind me, has he? There was a big shining light that lit up the commentary box. So we get to talk to Mike a wee bit later on. Back to the action.
Rewa on the football now. Murrayfield to Stowers. Stowers will run behind her own player there. Play on is the call, and a chance on the edge now. Matua into a little half gap. Nicely summed up, drawing past. They're streaking away down the sideline, Rewa, with green jerseys scrambling to get there. Matua eventually gets to a kick, and that was a funny old end to the set. So what have we got? A knock on, I think, from Point Chev. No, it's going to be against Rewa, so the feed's going to go to Point Chevalier. So it is Manurewa who lead 6 points to 0, 7.5 gone here at Jack Colvin Park. So Bartlett feeds the scrum and retrieves. Shannon Moru. And Point Chev making good yardage through the middle of the park now. They head out towards this left edge. Vailea with an offload. That was knocked on. That's put down there by Capri Pakal. So ball turned over, and it's going to be a Manurewa feed, 5 inside opposition territory. 8.5 minutes gone here in round 9 of the Fairleigh Photos Women's Premiership. Late offload, collected by Murray Fuel. And that right edge starting to look likely for Manurewa. Stowers, great run from Crystal Stowers. Taken down by Villiers and Peters. 30 out from the line now, Rewa. Fortumoala. Another good carry, finds her front, and should get to a decent play of the ball here. Nuasala tangled up in there. Double pump down this right edge. And balls come loose. What's the call? Strip, I think. That is the way our man in the middle sees it. Arakua. Set heavy now to the left. Time off. And looks like Francis Ledger's just been told to leave the field, the trainer for Point Chevalier. Stowers. Late footwork at the line. Once again causing issues for Point Chev. Molly Fraser doing her best to slow the play the ball down. Arakua from close range. They'll do well to stop her. The ball has come out. Now what's the call? It's going to be a knock on here. So out to the 20 for a restart, and Point Chevalier dodge a bullet there. Arakua, when she got the ball that close to the line, I thought it was all over. So Poko will restart us. It's Tupaya. And I think we've got a forward pass in here. So turnover of possession, and Manurewa with a good chance to once again build something down this end of the park. Well, Mary, it's only 6-0 on the scoreboard, but Manurewa firmly in control right now.
Yeah, Manurewa carving through the middle. Just seen Toru almost get a try, unlucky with a knock on there. I think they'll carry on with their performance from, I think, round 3 they had a strong carries in that game against Point Chev.
Yeah, the middle is the key for Manurewa, and they're doing some damage already. Pretty nice luxury when you got the likes of Tuila Fortumoala, former Golden Boot, the best player in the world. Arakua. Murray Field clearing the ruck, back to Stowers. I tell you what, Crystal Stowers has been excellent early on, heavily involved. Kani becomes the makeshift dummy half. She plays in short to Kelly Maipi, the veterans of this side. Kani will switch up play, goes to Stowers, looping ball over the top into a little bit of space. The Point Chev defence will have it covered though, and tried to take her over the sideline, but did well to remain in there in the end. Tautari hands off to Fortumoala. Tuila gets the legs driving, pops a beautiful offload to Kani. And Bakani now weaving her way through. She's pulled down 5 short. Last coming up now for the Marlins. Hunting their second try of the match. Stowers to Matua. Matua pops a nice ball over the top. Beautiful stuff from Manurewa. It's Lexi Kirui who scores the try in the far right corner, but put it down once again to the work through the middle of the park. Tuila Fortumoala had a good carry in there as we take a look at the Fairleigh Photos instant replay. Stowers had to become the dummy half. It was a peach of a ball here from Totari. And then here, Kiri Matua just sums it up beautifully. First tackle goes low. She knows she's got the offload ready. And Kirui did well to hold her with fair and score in the right-hand quarter. It's Manurewa 10, Point Chevalier 0 with a kick to come. Matua steps in, it's a low one and will fall short of the post. So it's the After Dark Entertainment, Manurewa Marlins 10, Shotgun Rehab, Point Chevalier Pirates 0. 14 and a half gone here at Jack Colvin Park.
So all their forwards are going back to the same sort. If you're going to kick this get a free, obviously they're not like men that have kicked deep, but still going that side.
So Poko chips one down towards the corner, scooped up by Arakua, who breaks it back and leaves one on the ground. Well, how's that for a return from the kickoff? Kani clears the ruck, then goes to Fotu Muala. Kani again stepping up as the dummy half. MJ Finau, good leg drive there. Ambakani appears to have become the full-time dummy half now, so I'm not sure if there's been an injury. We did have the number 6, Gloria Murray-Fuel, who was the dummy half, but it's definitely Ambakani now filling in on that role. Head out towards this right edge now. Fotu Moala, quick hands again, although it's broken down. Look out, Maddie Bartlett's got some toe. Kani back to clean it up. She's everywhere right now, Ambakani, and then kicks. It's dropped at the back. Pressure coming now as Manurewa close in. They managed to pop an offload though, and Shanamoru will bring the football back. Goes sideways to make 20. Nuasala, the dummy half. Nuasala looking for an offload. Going to get one that time. She's been in fine form this Fairleigh Photos Women's Premiership campaign. We'll talk to Mary soon about some of the ladies that are going to be heading overseas to pick up NRLW contracts. Not sure if Neta's going to be among that group this year. It's a fair commitment given the time that's going to be taken through that competition this year. So for some of the ladies, it's just not an option as Poko looks high and it'll have snow on it by the time it comes down. Bounces between wing and fullback. Manurewa now bringing the ball back via Pahukani, who's the cousin of Ambakani. Matua. Ambakani keeping busy today. So kick goes down between wing and fullback. Moru scoops it up, brings it back and promptly taken the ground. It's Rewa who lead, 10 points to 0, 18 and a half gone here at Jack Colvin Park. Tohala Iku getting in and helping out with the dummy half work. Got some fair strike in the centres today between her and Tupaia. And a little knock on in the play of the ball there from Sealy. So scrum to pack down. This will be a Manurewa feed. Arakua plays late at the line. Links with Alicia Brider. Big contact there from Molia Fraser. Kani comes back infield. This is Alicia Brider. Burgess dribbles a kick in behind. It's a good one. On hand to clean it up is Silly, who now brings the football back with interest. It's a good return. The outside backs coming looking for work now for Point Chevalier, who really have had very, very little football so far in this contest. Tupaia breaks out of the first one, breaks the second, breaks the third, still going across field, needs to be very careful here. Does well to note, or she doesn't. Kiri Matua gets the better of her in the end. Bundles her into touch, so scrum to pack down, and it will be a Manurewa feed. Burgess shuffles on. This is nice from Rewa. Oh dear. The hands betray them in the end. They had a big opening on that left-hand edge, so they'll turn the ball straight back over. It'll be a Point Chevalier feed. It is 10-0 to Manurewa. 22 minutes gone here at Jack Colvin Park. Well, Mary, we come in hot off the SAS College Rugby League finals on Wednesday night, and thought the girls' game was great. In particular, a couple of young stars in that Ags team, Braxton Sorensen and Monica Samita. Tell us a bit about them.
Braxton actually jumped on our First Jets program that we opened up to the females, and she showed us some huge talent and potential for the women's game coming up. So good luck to everyone, to any club that's getting her or signing her for premiership. She would be one that I would like to carry in my team. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, an investment for the future there. And young Monica Samita was excellent as well. Must be pleasing for you to see, I guess, the level of talent that's coming through those school grades.
Definitely. This year we've had the most schools participate. We had 11 this year, so wow. It's a big jump for us. I think previous years we've had 6, but it looks like the women's game is growing in high school and college, so that's a good jump for us and good for rugby league in general. Absolutely.
Great to see now as Point Chevalier are on the attack, and it's rare football down this end of the park for the Pirates. They move it on now to Tupaia, craving across field, links back in. This is nice from Point Chevalier. Bartlett then shuffles on. It's hot potato footy. Nuasala, they're taking the ground. Around about 10 out from the line. They'll clear the ruck, come back towards the middle of the park. Poko goes high with the kick. Bouncing ball, which is beautifully taken in the end by Pahukani. But nice stuff from Point Chevalier. That's a little bit more like it. Manurewa now having to roll the sleeves up and try and get out of this end. Harakua to Leo Pepe. Carry from Alex. Harakua retrieves the offload and then cops a bit of a high shot from Madison Bartlett, but it was smiles all round from the players. Swing it out the back, and this needs to be a good kick. It's gone high, but there's no length in it at all. Bounces up kindly for Moru, who looks up and sees a broken line, and she'll take the first tackle 5 meters into attacking territory. Point Chev with an opportunity to once again tighten the screws a little bit here and find their way back into this contest. Great run from Lavinia. Needs to be careful here as that leg is outstretched, just manages to stay in the field of play. Silly will clear the ruck. Molia Fraser. Finds an offload. They're into a little half gap here now. Point Chevalier. Last ditch tackle, a try saver from Wiki. The play of the ball's a mess. It's a penalty. Looks like in that positional reshuffle, Mackenzie Wickey's assumed the fullback role. Ambakani was playing dummy half, but it looked to me like Murray Few re-entered the field during that set, so we'll wait and see as Molia Fraser bumps the ball forward. Molia Fraser gets rid of one and then is taken down about 3 short. Not far to go here for the Pirates. Vilea in under the posts untouched. Point Chevalier are on the board, and in the end, it's Alice Vilea that crosses. Manurewa Marlins 10, Point Chevalier 4. Let's take a look at the Fairley Photos instant replay. It starts with this monster carry from Molia Fraser. Then from here, Pakal has options out of dummy half. Probably could have just about gone herself. But crabs across. The spacing was all out for Manurewa. Look at that. Vilea's the only player in the shot. The defender on the other side of the sticks. And crashes over for a nice easy one under the posts, and it should be 10-6 after the kick. So Vilea from in front, flags are up. It's the After Dark Entertainment Manurewa Marlins 10, the Shotgun Rehab Point Chevalier Pirates 6. Mary, a nice little hit back from Point Chevalier. They didn't have much ball down there for most of the game, but a nice little hit back.
Yeah, that was brilliant from Capri. She saw some space, and we had strong runner Alice coming through the line and able to hunt the ball down for a 4-pointer.
Yeah, handy one for Alice Vilea, playing in the front row, but of course she's a former halfback, so she's got all the skills to ball play in there as well. So back to halfway to get things back going. We've got about 12 minutes left in the first half here at Jack Colvin Park.
I just got a message straight from upstairs on the camera crew. It's probably down on your volume. She got that voice coming through there, bro.
Apologies if you're picking up some of the technical chat going on in the background here. This is Lily Mau Mau to Poko. Comes back into the try scorer, Vailea. Poko with a peach of a ball over the top, but it's missed everyone in the end. Just for a second, I thought she'd put her winger away there. Burgess to feed the scrum. It's collected at the back by Murray Field. Rewa going straight out to this right edge now. Kirawi puts her head down, but is taking the ground 5 short of halfway. Charge out a dummy half there. Stowers. Stowers again. Burgess. Show in the go. Then has to surrender in the tackle. This is the last coming up for Manurewa. Weber clears the ruck to Murray Field, and they'll launch one now off the boot of Tautari. Muru, safe as houses at the back, cleans it up and then sees a little bit of open space. Good tackle from Kirawi. Tupaya. Here's Maddie Bartlett. Ball comes spilling, and I think that was that was about a mile forward. Down the short they go, into a little bit of open space. Green jersey's coming across and able to contain Cunny on her run. Burgess the dummy half. Murray Field. Nine from the line. Turns Stowers back in. Good tackle down low there by Peel. Arakua to Fotu Moala. Fotu Moala into a little half gap. Still running. Gets an offload. Chance on down the right edge now. Matua holds it up and Kirawi's in for a second. Nicely done there from Manurewa. Put it down to the second phase of Tuila Fotu Moala. And the Marlins have their third. And Kirawi has her second. You can see it here. Fotu Moala looks like she's wrapped up, somehow gets the offload away, and then from here, it's just quick hands. They know exactly what to do. Matua, to her credit, beautiful drawn pass once again. And Kirawi with the regulation finish in the corner. So back out to a nice lead here. Manurewa with a kick to come.
Nice work, boys.
And it's away. So it remains After Dark Entertainment, Manurewa Marlins 14, Shotgun Rehab, Point Chevalier Pirates 6. Troy Hardy, let's bring you in. You've been trying to get in on the action for a little bit there, but your mic hasn't been working. A nice little gain here. I tell you what, those 2 tries on the right-hand corner from Manurewa showing some nice catch and pass, and a nice little game in the building.
Yeah, tidy, classy finish, and fair to say, momentum's definitely Manurewa's way at the moment. I don't know, looking at the stat sheet, probably points had maybe 4 or 5 sets, to be fair. You know, been starved of ball, but a wee bit of Groundhog Day for them as they get ready to kick off. And let's see how they go with probably about 6 minutes left on the clock for the Snanta.
Fotumoala off the kick-off. Tuila lining one up. Point Chevalier do well to get there in numbers and contain. Stowers. Kani jumps out of dummy half, finds Arakua. Back through the middle. Vailea, though, there to greet her. Kani. Manurewa chewing through the yardage through the middle of the park right now. Killing them. Ball over the top. Moru positioned expertly once again and brings it back. Pirates on the attack now. Reaching low to retrieve was Hilda Peters. Part of that foundation NRLW side for the Warriors. This is the last. Ball comes out. Well, that's poor game management there from Point Chevalier. They don't get to the kick. Arakua. Matua with a good carry. Finds her front as well. This will be a nice quick play of the ball. Kani will head back in field. Link now with Brider. Alicia Brider with good leg drive. Again, Point Chevalier struggling to contain the middles of this Manurewa side. Burgess will kick. High one floating, but reeled in. Silly. Nuasala. Nice offload from Nuasala. Finds Bartlett on his shoulder. Poko goes up over the top. They've got a chance on down this right edge now. Stepping back in field is Silly. Does well to remain in the field of play. This is the last coming up for Point Chev. Poko goes high. Spiraling kick. Cleaned up with ease there by Mackenzie Wiki, who brings it back and then links with Arakua. She took a shot for her troubles there, Mackenzie Wiki. Totari to Matua. Matua with another good carry. Make it a great carry. Takes them to within a few metres of halfway. Bartlett tangled up in the play of the ball. Brighter. Maipi. Well, another meek end to that set there for Manurewa. Now there's a player down. Matua helping to play it back to her feet. Got time off here. There's a talking to going on. Okay, that's half-time. That was a rather uneventful whistle to signal half-time. I thought time had been called off there, but that'll get us to the break. It is the After Dark Entertainment Manurewa Marlins leading the Shotgun Rehab Point Chevrolet Pirates at the break. A short break for us. I think we may hear from the man himself, Mike Farrelly, before we resume with the second half action here at Jack Colvin Park.
Stretch.
Oh, you might. Oh, that's good. Plenty of club photos. Cool.
Hi, I'm Mike Farrelly from Farrelly Photos, major sponsor of the Auckland Rugby League Women and Leagues competition.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are live down here at Jack Colvin Park.